I would hire 0 VAs in 2026. The one person REI stack I'd build if I had to start a real estate investing business from scratch in 2026 is I would hire 0 virtual assistants. Not because VAs are bad, not because delegation is bad, and not because I think doing everything myself is the goal. I do it because most investors are hiring people to compensate for broken systems. That's the real issue. A lot of REI businesses do not have a staffing problem, they have an operating problem. Leads come in from too many places. Follow-up is inconsistent, notes are scattered, buyers lists are disorganized, and nobody really knows what numbers matter. Then the solution becomes, let's hire a VA. But adding people on top of confusion does not create scale, it creates more overhead. So if I were building from 0 in 2026, I would not start with headcount. I would start with a lean operating system, a one-person REI AI stack that captures every lead, organizes every conversation, surfaces the highest priority opportunities, matches deals to the right buyers, and gives me a clear daily scoreboard. That's how I'd build it. And in this video, I'm gonna walk through the 5 parts of the stack: lead capture, CRM triage, buyer matching, daily KPI review, and where human touch still matters. Let's start with lead capture. This is where deals die quietly. Most investors think they need more leads, and when what they really need is a better response time. A seller fills out a form, waits 2 hours to reply, a missed call comes in, and nobody calls back fast enough. A text response gets buried. A referral lands in the inbox and never gets handled properly. That's not a marketing problem, that's a systems problem. If I were running this business solo, every lead from every source would flow into one place immediately. Calls, web forms, texts, DMs, referrals, voicemail, all of it. I want every lead logged, time-stamped, tagged by source, and tied to a contact record automatically. Why? Because speed matters, but clarity matters just as much. It's not enough to know where a lead came in. I need to know where it came from specifically, what they said, and what needs to happen next. And this is the first reason I would not hire a VA. I would not pay someone to manually move leads between tools. I would not pay someone to type voicemail notes into a CRM. I would not pay someone to send the same generic first response all day. That work should already be handled by the system. The machine should capture the lead, log the data, and trigger the next step. My job is not to babysit intake, my job is to make decisions. Now, once the lead is captured, the next part is CRM triage. This is the center of the whole business because the CRM should not just store leads, it should tell me what matters. When a new seller comes in, I need fast answers. How motivated are they? What is the timeline? What condition is the property in? Are they realistic on price? Is there actual distress here? Do they need a call today or a follow-up in 2 weeks? That is triage. If I'm running this business alone, I cannot afford to treat every lead the same. Some leads need immediate attention, some need nurturing, some need to be disqualified fast, some are not deals today, but could become deals later. A strong CRM helps me sort all of that fast. The hot leads should be obvious, the nurture leads should be obvious, the dead leads should be obvious. The next action should be obvious. That matters because solo operators do not usually lose because they lack effort. They lose because their attention gets scattered. They spend too much time chasing low probability leads, not enough time staying on top of the right ones. So in my 2026 stack, the CRM is doing more than holding data. It is summarizing conversations, tagging urgency, ranking lead quality, and helping me decide where my time creates the most money. That does not replace judgment. It sharpens judgment. That's the difference. The goal is not to remove the human from the business. The goal is to remove the human from repetitive admin so the human can focus on negotiation, trust, and closing. Now, the third piece is buyer matching, and this is where a lot of investors are weaker than they think. Most people do not have a buyer system. They have a messy list of names and phone numbers. That is not the same thing. If I'm running lean, I want a buyer database that tells me useful info. Who buys in the zip code? Who likes rentals versus flip? Who closes faster? Who always talks but never performs? Who buys heavy rehab? Who wants turnkey? Who is actually active right now? I want buyer behavior, not buyer claims. Because when I lock up a deal, I do not want to stop and wonder who might want it. I want the system to already narrow my best options. This property is in this area, in this condition, at this price point. Who are the most likely buyers based on actual history? That is a real edge. It speeds up dispositions, it improves close rates, it reduces noise, and it makes me look more professional because I'm sending relevant deals to the right buyers instead of blasting junk to everybody. A smaller, better organized buyer network is far more valuable than a giant, sloppy list. Now let's talk about the daily KPI review. If I'm running a one-person REI business, I refuse to operate on emotion. I do not care if I felt busy. I do not care if I answered a lot of messages. I care about the scoreboard. Every morning, I want one dashboard that tells me exactly what happened yesterday. How many leads came in, which channels produced them, how many became real conversations, how many were qualified, how many offers went out, how many follow-ups were completed, how many buyers engaged, where are deals getting stuck. That level of visibility is non-negotiable because if I cannot see the truth, I cannot fix the bottleneck. If leads are coming in, but appointments are weak, I know the issue is qualification or response. If appointments are happening, but offers are not getting accepted, I know the issue is communication, pricing, or problem solving. If contracts are coming in, but buyers are slow, I know the issue is dispositions. If follow-up is slipping, I know the machine is breaking in the place where most deals are actually won. That is why daily KPI review matters. It stops me from lying to myself. And it also tells me whether I actually need help. A lot of investors hire because they feel overwhelmed, but overwhelmed is often a visibility problem before it is a staffing problem. Before I add payroll, I want proof that labor is the real bottleneck. Now, with all that said, there are still places where the human touch matters more than ever because all of the things I was talking about, that's done by AI now for me. But trust is still human. Empathy is still human. Negotiation is still human. Reading a seller's emotions is still human. Handling a sensitive situation is still human. So there are parts of the business I absolutely want to stay involved in. I want to handle serious seller conversations. I want to handle expectation resets. I want to handle emotionally charged situations. I want to handle creative structuring. And I want to build direct relationships with serious buyers and key referral partners, because that is where outcomes change. The money is not made by moving data around. The money is made by bringing certainty to uncertain situations. That is the highest value use of a human operator. So if I had to summarize the one-person REI stack I would build in 2026, it would be this. First, capture every lead instantly. Second, use CRM triage to rank attention. Third, match deals to buyers based on real behavior. Fourth, review KPIs daily so bottlenecks are obvious. And fifth, protect your own time for the conversations that actually require a human being. That is the lean REI operating system, and that is why I would hire 0 BAs at the start. Not because I never want help, because I want to earn the right to hire by first building a business that is lean, measurable, fast, and controlled. Then, if I do hire later, I'm hiring into clarity, not chaos. That is how I'd build a real estate business solo in 2026, and honestly, that's how I would start almost any business now. If your business feels heavier than it should, if your follow-up is inconsistent, if your CRM is messy, or if you know you are losing deals because the operation is not tight, I wanna help. I've got my Calendly link below. If you wanna talk through your lead flow, your acquisition process, your follow-up, your buyer pipeline, or whatever your current bottlenecks are, book a call with me there. We'll look at what is slowing the business down and what should be worked on next. What should be automated, what should stay human, and what a linear REI system would look like for your business. So click the Calendly link below. I will see y'all on the next one, and peace out for now.